I'm Gail, and welcome to Gentle Yoga for Golfers, the home practice. This Gentle Yoga program was designed specifically for golfers. The exercises and stretches were selected to improve your golf swing, ease back stiffness, prevent golf injuries, and increase relaxation and focus. So when you're playing better, and you're feeling better, and you're more relaxed and focused, you're going to have a whole lot more fun on the golf course. I know I do. If you have some yoga experience, that's helpful, but it's not necessary, because this Gentle Yoga program is simple and easy to follow. So with that said, let's get down onto the mat and we'll get started. Now we're down onto the floor, and we're going to start out with some nice, easy, gentle yoga stretches to loosen up the back. So go ahead and lie back onto the floor, straightening out your legs. And we're going to take arms overhead and stretch. So you're lengthening your arms, your legs, pointing fingers, pointing toes, stretching out your spine. Take a big breath, inhaling through the nose, and as you exhale, pull your right knee into your chest and hold here for just a moment, allowing your back and your hip to release. And then some ankle circles. We're going in one direction and the other direction, loosening up the ankles. And point your toes again. And bring your head up, nose towards the knee. And just hold here. Now, if this hurts your head, you're welcome to just lie back onto the mat and relax. We want to take care with our necks. And release, straightening out the leg again. Take arms overhead and stretch. Inhale. Exhale and hug the left knee in. Again, holding for a moment, releasing the lower back and the hip. And some ankle circles in one direction and the other direction. And point your toes again, hugging the knee in some more. And again, if you want, bring your head up. Straightening out the legs again. Okay, then go ahead and bend your knees and bring your arms alongside and hold here for just a moment. Next, we're going to do some core conditioning. Experts agree that golfers need to have a lot of core body strength in order to hold a good golf posture throughout the swing and to prevent injuries. So we're going to start with some nice, easy little roll-ups and work the upper abs. So you're imprinting the back onto the floor. You inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, you're pulling your stomach in, tucking your chin, and rolling up, fingertips to knees. And release back. Again, inhale through the nose, tuck your chin, stomach in, and do this several times. Again, inhale, exhale, and come on up. And release. Again, inhale, really pull the stomach in, Pilates style, imprinting the lower back. And one more time. And release. Next, we're going to do some knee sways and strengthen the obliques. So bring your knees up. We're going to glue our feet and our knees together. We're going to take the arms out to the side and bring your palms down because we're anchoring our shoulders. We want to keep the shoulders on the mat. You're pulling your stomach in. As you inhale, slowly take the knees towards one side. Not all the way, just part way. And then pull the stomach in some more and exhale them up to center. And slowly inhaling the knees to the other side. And exhale back to center. The oblique abdominal muscles are very important to strengthen because they increase power in your back swing. Again. Back to center. We're going to do one more time each side. Really pull the stomach in. And back to center. And bring your feet down and the arms alongside. And next we're going to do the bridge pose. You're going to inhale and slowly lift your hips up to the ceiling. Now we're working the lower abs, the hips, and the legs, warming them up and strengthening the muscles. You just hold here and breathe. And then slowly lower the hips down. We're going to bring them down one vertebrae at a time. So pull your stomach in. Now we're coming down middle back, lower back, and you're tilting the pelvis so that your tailbone comes down last. And then hug the knees in deeply and gently rock from side to side. So we're releasing the lower back. And then we're going to roll over onto our stomachs. So roll over. Now we've come around onto our stomachs, and we're going to start out with a quadricep stretch since we've been working the thighs in the bridge pose. So you're going to reach back with your right hand and grab your ankle and pull your heel in, stretching the quadriceps muscles. Just hold here for a moment. Now if this is difficult for you, and it is for some people, you're welcome to roll over on your side and pull the foot in. This is easier. However, for most of us, we're going to stretch right here. And release. We're going to do the other side. The left ankle in. Holding here and breathing. And release. Next, we're going to do a low cobra. So come up onto your forearms, you're pulling elbows in. So we're stretching the abdominal muscles now that we just worked. And we're also working the erector muscles along the spine. And it's important that we strengthen the upper back in golf so that we can have a strong, straight golf posture. Just hold here and breathe. And then continuing with our back strengthening sequence, we're going to do alternate arms and legs. So take your arms out, reaching with fingertips. We're going to inhale up and lift the right arm and the left leg. You're reaching with fingers, reaching with toes, and exhale down. Again, inhale up, left hand, right leg, and exhale down. A few more times, gluing your ear to your arm and reaching. This is one of the safest ways to strengthen the lower back. And one more time. Strengthen the back. Now we're going to stretch it out. So push back into extended child's pose. So you sit back on your heels, extend your arms, and drop your head. So we're stretching out the lower back. And then next we're going to do cat-cow. come on up into tabletop position with the flat back. You're spreading your fingers and your weight is evenly distributed in your hands. Hands are under shoulders and knees are under hips. We're going to inhale and drop the belly down and look up into cat. And then exhale and round the back into cat pose. Belly button to spine. Several more times you're inhaling into cow and exhale into cat, like a mad cat. This is one of the best exercises to ease stiff back muscles. This is also the best exercises for chiropractors. They recommend it most frequently for their patients for general back care. And 2 more times. Inhale up. And exhale. And 1 more time. Really enjoying the long, slow movement with breath. Then come back to tabletop position, flat back. And next we're going to do balancing cat. So we're still in tabletop, and you're going to lift your right leg up, straightening the knee, flexing the foot, and pushing out through the heel. Now this is a strengthening pose. So you're pulling your stomach in, tightening the hips, and pushing out through the heel. And release. And the other side, straightening the leg, tightening everything up, flexing the foot and pushing out through the heel. And release. And then we're going to push back into full child's pose, resting shoulders, arms, and wrists. Then sit back onto your heels, stretching out the knees a little bit. Bring your arms up and wrist circles. And the other way. And wide fingers and fists. And wide fingers and fists. Rotate your fists. It's important that we keep our hands and wrists strong and flexible for optimum contact with the golf club. Okay, next we're going to stand up and do our working poses. So come on up. Okay, we're standing up now. You want to have your feet hip-width apart, toes are forward, and we're going to inhale the arms up, practicing our yoga breathing, reaching, stretching. Switch the wrists and exhale down. Again, opening up the chest. Big breath. Inhale, reaching, stretching, and exhale down. And one more time. Really reach up and down. And we're going to do a side stretch. So take your arm up and reach. The other arm is just hanging down. And then we're going to stretch to the side. So you're stretching all the way through your fingers, your shoulder, your side, and your hip. And release. And the other side. Take your arm up, reaching, stretching, lengthening first, and then off to the side. These side stretches are really important because it helps you extend your arms through the golf swing. Open up your feet a little bit, toes can be out. And we're just going to take the arms from side to side, releasing the back, the waist. And then bring your arms up, bending at the elbows, and again, side to side, loosening up the upper back. And come back to center. Okay, next we're going to do the single best yoga pose for golfers. It's the chest expansion forward bend. So what we're doing is we're opening up the chest and the shoulders, which is very important for golf because with more shoulder flexibility, as you rotate deeper, you can coil more into your backswing. So what we're going to do is you're going to bring your arms around behind you, interlace the fingers, and you're pulling your shoulder blades together and down, opening up the chest and the shoulders. Bend your knees a little bit, taking the pressure off the lower back. And then very slowly, we're going to come forward, lifting the arms. Now, some of you might just go this far. The more flexible people, more advanced practitioners, go ahead and come forward, lifting the arms at the same time. And hold this position and breathe. And then slowly bend your knees and come up as if someone's lifting you up by the arms. We're going to release the pose. Then we're going to do some shoulder rolls. It's good to keep the shoulders loose. So inhale your shoulders up, exhale them back and down. A couple more times. Inhale up, exhale back and down. And one more time. And release. Okay, next we're going to do the chair shoulder stretch. So for this one, again, we want to have the feet about hip width apart. And what we're going to do is stretch out the shoulder. Now, since I'm a right-handed golfer, I like to stretch out the left arm first. You may want to do that as well. Bring the left arm up, and we're going to take it across. So we're stretching out the shoulder. And then bend your knees. We're hinging forward at the hips. Pull your stomach in and look down at the ground at your imaginary ball. And just hold here and breathe. And release. And since golf is a one-sided sport, it's important in yoga that we do both sides so that we maintain balance throughout the body. Let's take the other arm across. Again, bend the knees, hinge forward at the hips, and focus on your imaginary ball. And release. Okay, next we're going to do some Warrior Two poses. Now for this, we want to do a wide stance. And wider is better. The feet and toes are forward, hips are forward. You're going to take your right toes out. And then you're going to bend the right knee. You look down, you can see your big toe. The hips are still forward, the knee is back. Then bring your arms up, so arms are level. Pull shoulders down from ears. And then gaze out over your right hand. And hold the position and breathe. Warrior poses increase strength, flexibility, and balance. And release the pose, straightening your knee. We're going to bring the toes in and take the left toes out. Again, bending the knee. You should be able to see your big toe. Pull the knee back. Hips are forward. Other leg is straight. Arms come up again, level. Shoulders down from ears. And look over your left hand. So warrior poses are strength, flexibility, and balance. What that means in terms of yoga and your golf swing is you will have the flexibility to increase the range of motion, the strength to power through the ball, all without losing your balance. And release. That's how you get distance and accuracy. Okay, next we're going to do the twisting wide straddle forward bend. Again, we need to come into a wide stance. Again, wider is better. Toes are forward. You're going to bring your hands down to the floor, straight arms, straight legs, and take your arm up to the ceiling. Now, many of you are doing this with me, and some of you are saying, there's no way I can do that and keep my legs straight. But you can, with a yoga prop. Now, this is a yoga block, which is best, but any book would work. A dictionary is excellent. And you might notice there's different heights. This is the tallest, would be second, and the lowest. We're going to use this one for this demonstration. Again, bring your hands down, arms are straight, legs are straight. Take your right arm up to the ceiling, twisting and looking up. Now, if this hurts your neck, you can just look forward. Pose. And the other side, again, the arm is straight, the legs are straight, and up to the ceiling. Now, this is a combination pose. We're getting a lot of spinal rotation and shoulder flexibility, which is going to make it better for you to power through the ball on your drives. And release. Bend your knees and roll up. And come on up, bring legs together. One more time, inhale your arms up, reaching. And exhale them down. And then next we're going to come back down onto the floor for some deep leg and hip stretches and to move into our relaxation phase. Down on the floor for our deep stretches. So go ahead and lie back. And we're going to start out with a hamstring stretch. So what you're going to do is bend your knees. And we're going to use a yoga strap for this. Any kind of belt will work as well. This is the safest, most effective way to stretch out the hamstrings. So what you're going to do is you're going to wrap this belt around your toes so you can pull the toes back and stretch out the ankle. And you're going to want to straighten the knee. So we really stretch the back of the leg. Now while doing this, we also want to keep the other knee bent, which takes all the pressure off the lower back. Now I'm very flexible, so I've got my leg way up here. Some of you may actually have your leg down here. And that is fine. So you're stretching your hamstrings wherever you're at. It does not matter. But what we do want to do is we want to hold this stretch for a minute and a half. That's 90 seconds in order to have a sustained stretch. And when you're stretching, you're trying to relax your muscles. So just hold here and breathe. Going to switch legs. So bring the left leg up, again putting the strap around the toes so we can pull the toes back. It's important the knee is straight, other knee is bent. You're holding here and breathing softly through your nose, stretching the back of the leg. It's really important to stretch out the hamstrings in all sports, but particularly in golf, because tight hamstrings can cause lower back tension and pain. And release. For now, we're just going to put the strap aside, and we're going to do some hip flexor stretches. It's really important to have strong, flexible hips in golf because that's the powerhouse that drives through the golf swing. Now for this one, what we're going to do, knees are bent. You're going to bring your feet to the outside edge of the mat. And then we're going to take the arms out to the side. This time, palms up as we anchor the shoulders and open up the chest. going to drop both knees to one side. And again, while we hold these deep stretches, you're just breathing softly through your nose and relaxing into the stretch. And slowly bring the knees back up to center. We're going to take them to the other side. You're pulling your knees down. Continuing to breathe softly through your nose. Enjoying the stretch. And again, bring your knees back up to center. Next, we're going to do a modified pigeon pose, continuing with our hip stretches. For this one, we want to have our knees bent again. This time, we're going to take the right ankle onto the left knee. And you're going to take your hand and put it between your legs and pull your thigh in. And you'll feel this stretch in your right hip. Now, if this is difficult for you, this might be enough if you still feel the stretch, or some people like to use the yoga strap again, in which case you just wrap it around your thigh and pull the thigh in that way. Now for most of us, we'll just use our hands, interlacing the fingers and pulling the thigh in. Pose, uncrossing your legs, and we're going to do the other side. So this time it's the left ankle onto the right knee, opening up the left knee. Hand goes between the legs and you pull the thigh in. And again, with all of these stretches, we're breathing softly through the nose and attempting to relax the muscles that we're stretching. And here you're going to feel this in the outside of the left hip. And all of them, we want to hold these stretches for at least 90 seconds. And release the pose, uncrossing your legs. What we're going to do is take our legs up to the ceiling. It's so good for us to get our legs up above our heads. And open up your feet a little bit and some ankle circles in one direction and the other direction. And then continuing with our hip stretches, you're going to bring the bottoms of your feet together, open up the knees, grab your toes, and pull the toes in. This is a modified cobbler pose. Now, if you're having difficulty with this, you're welcome to just grab ankles or even shins. But for most of us, we're going to go ahead and pull the toes in. Again, as we continue to breathe softly through the nose, you might want to tuck your chin a little bit, lengthening the back of the neck. And then release the pose and pull the knees in. Next, we're going to go into the relaxation phases of our program. We want to end all of these programs with a gentle twist. So you're gluing your knees and your feet together. Arms are out to the side with palms up. So once again, we're doing a chest opener. And you're going to pull your stomach in and very slowly bring the knees and feet all the way to the mat. And then look in the opposite direction. You're going to close your eyes and relax. And then slowly bring your knees back back up to center. And take them to the other side, all the way down to the floor. And once again, we're looking the other direction, and close your eyes and relax, enjoying this nice, easy, gentle yoga stretch. And then slowly bring knees back to center. We're going to put our hands onto our knees and pump our knees as we realign the spine. So you're going to inhale and let the knees out a little bit. And then exhale and hug them in. A couple more times. Inhale out. And exhale in. And one more time. We're going to go into Savasana, our final relaxation. So you're going to straighten out your legs. Most people like to do Savasana in corpse pose. So you straighten out your legs. You might want to move your shoulders around a little bit, pulling shoulder blades together and down. You might want to rock your hips a little bit. Straightening out your legs, your feet might just flop out to the side. Arms are alongside with palms up. Fingers are gently curled in a posture of relaxation. And then you may want to gently rock your head from side to side, releasing any residual tension in your neck. And then come back to center, tuck the chin a little bit. Gently close your eyes and relax. Continue to breathe softly through your nose, allowing the energy to run up and down your spine effortlessly. This final relaxation phase of the program is very important. It is the time that your body integrates the gentle yoga program that we've just done. Yoga means yoke or union. It is the union of the body, mind, and spirit. Ultimately, this body-mind connection will enhance your overall golf performance from start to finish. Throughout gameplay, you'll feel more balanced, centered, relaxed, and better able to focus on each shot. So please take this time to relax and enjoy. You are welcome to lie here, relaxing and enjoying the music, or this would be the perfect time to listen to the 5-minute Gentle Yoga for Golfers guided visualization, which can be found on the main menu. And slowly bring your attention back to the room. You may want to take your arms overhead and stretch and yawn, wiggling fingers and toes. And then bring your arms alongside. We're going to bend our knees and use your arms to slowly come on up into easy seated position. And last time, inhale your arms up and exhale into prayer position. Close your eyes and go within. You are feeling relaxed, rejuvenated, and eager to play your next game. Namaste.